fun. See y'all
Bye.
later. Bye.
Alright, well, I think I'm ready with the next match. We have Quicklime versus Soolseem.
Have you had the pleasure of playing them, either of you guys?
I have not. I
I
don't believe.
might have played a few casual games against Quicklime, but I don't think so.
Yeah, Quicklime's been around a bit longer, at least in my mind, because he was in Challenger last season. I think I actually ended up playing him competitively in Summer Cup. Soulseam doesn't have his team name to note, which means they've been around for at least a bit of time, but they've been very active recently. They're one of those spooky challengers that we have to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, those active grinding people are always scary.
Yep. Looking at, do you have the picks and bans there,
I
Cleto?
do indeed. The first ban came out of Quicklime, and it was good news for Noob Balcony.
Yay!
Alright, and then the first ban from Soulseem is Gallery. Very sad.
Very reasonable.
It's fair enough.
Yeah, Gallery, it's, some people don't like it.
It's very much a matter of taste and preference.
I agree. All right, and the first pick, I guess we'll be seeing this a lot today, is Modern.
Ooh.
Yeah, the new guys love Modern. It feels like with Gallery and Modern, Gallery wasn't the most popular map until it became new art, and Modern is just new. And so us old fogies who've been around for a while have to get used to these maps. The new guys, they just treat them like they're anything else.
Exactly, and like newer guys, for them it's okay, I'm learning this map, that map. Old guys, they're not that open to changes sometimes, and they're scared of it because they don't know the meta yet, they don't know the technicalities yet, which is reasonable. But hey, we still have balance in the league, so.
Yep. All right. So next up, the second double map will be High Rise.
Ew.
Perfect. Any 3 of 5 makes it so all you have to do simply is flirt, banana bread, and inspect statue, which an AI can do with the timely contact double agent.
Yeah, and I believe High Rise is sort of the map you pick when Gallery is banned. If that's if Gallery's your map, then High Rise is sort of the consolation.
Huh. Fair enough.
I haven't thought of that, but.
And then the second pick out of Quicklime is Library.
We'll see a lot of library.
So
People
Quicklime seems to be a fan of big maps.
Mm-hmm.
Then the final pick, not much of a surprise, Courtyard. Looks like
Yay!
Quicklime won the game of Courtyard Chicken, where you try to be the one to not pick it.
Yep, Courtyard and Library, they're going to be the 2 maps I think we'll see the most this season, and we get both of them. Though not the doubled maps. We get Modern and High Rise, which are a bit more extreme for the doubled maps. We'll be moving, it'll be the Modern game here first with Irish Spy.
Yep, I'm good to go.
Just a second.
Tell me when you're ready.
I forgot that it takes time to load. Yes, I'm good now.
If I suspect my opponent has time management issues. This is accurate, especially when you first see that Gallery ban. Gallery and Modern are the 2 maps that come to mind for having potential time issues, because those maps are big and unwieldy for spies who don't want to do things. If we're ready?
Yes, I am.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. AI control to bookcase.
Which might be a good time to start, because in the beginning you're memorizing statues and or watching Amba. So if you want to click microphone.
I'm gonna tell my secret strategy. I love Modern, just taking that book and putting it in another bookcase immediately. Just making it only 4 missions left. Very similar to what you'll see often on. Oh, that's a low light.
Low light immediately.
Okay, what is happening though?
I think he's going to another convo and standing not in a seduction position, like not too close to someone.
Yeah, but he hasn't taken any other similar lowlights. Someone like Alice, for example, over
Any in
there,
the red.
who's just hanging out with Taft, would have been more likely on my mind to get that sort of lowlight. I'm not sure. Either
Uh,
way, Quicklime's in a great position. Can return this book, get some flirts going, and that will put us at like 2.5 missions or so. And it's just
yeah.
closing it out with the lowlight.
Of course, Quicklime doesn't know he's lowlit, so
Oh, there's
um,
no way that you can know you're lowlit. It's
yeah, no way you
so,
can even suspect, not even dream.
yeah, it was such a soul read lowlight. It's just gone awry. Um,
Perhaps a Soulseem meant to a lowlight double agent, and
yeah, that
but
that was the other thing I was thinking of, but I don't like to assume mistakes. As a
yeah,
as egregious as that, it does happen a fair bit, and we just don't catch it a lot that lowlights happen incorrectly.
and
Because
that helps
often,
us get away with it. Okay, sorry.
yeah, you're good. We got the microfilm.
Yes.
We're 2 missions down. We're gonna go grab a list. I suspect we'll run over to the seduction target, get the flirt, and making good progress. We got half our time gone.
Have our time gone a little bit less than half a missions, but yeah, it's weird that on this map as a spy, time still seems to be running out very quickly, even though it seems I can chill because a lot of is going on.
Yeah, precisely. On the like the sort of lowlights that we're talking about, where you're lowlighting people for actively not flirting, they get to be really strong in this sort of map. We just see the lowlight on boots. I think for exactly the same idea. Um, where you just end up with a lot of lowlights, and those people aren't going to be finishing. If it's a spy who's actively not flirting, they then have to finish 5 missions that aren't flirt. And on modern, that's just a big ask.
Yeah, on any map, it's a
No,
big
yeah,
ask, but
yeah, well, exactly.
especially on modern, because let's say in library you can still get away with things because things are close. Here, things are far apart from each other. It's not just a big map, but things are far apart from each other, and we are not getting our second flirt yet, which
Yeah.
should have been
So,
a priority.
we got the flirt at statues. We got the inspect. We might just need to inspect swap, which would be a bit sad, given that we've been low lit. That bug is quality. Goodness.
Oh yeah,
That just means
Irish
we
has
just
a
have to
great
go
bug.
inspect and we're low lit. This should be game. I think that bug would have been fine if we weren't low lit. Yeah, okay, shot comes off before we get the fifth inspect. Not sure what for though.
I'll rewind that a bit and see what happened.
What mission could that possibly have been?
Yes.
I'm just a little bit perplexed overall about Soulseem's decisions there. I mean, this is low light, a civ shot that.
Oh, I love the lowlights. Like this is how I think Modern should be played, where you get a lot of lowlights off just people idling. The problem is it was quite early in the game,
Yeah,
and it could have frankly been a flirt anyways if
it's just too
Did.
costly to low light that early in such a huge.
Okay, so
Um,
I'm thinking. Yeah, actually, I have no idea what that was. Only
yeah.
guess was
Suspected a bug, but that was not
yeah,
right before the shot. Perhaps
yeah.
Ghost Purloin
Well, the
afterwards?
last thing the twin did was pick up a drink. So my only guess is that he didn't notice the list was gone until right around then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it's good timing on the shot, knowing that the game's over. It's modern. I mean, you might just catch someone doing a late time ad, for example, because people run into time issues all the time. Um, I'm hoping this doesn't put Soulseem on a tilt for the rest of our games. But we move on. Soulseem on the spy side.
I'm good to go.
Yeah,
Got it?
1-0. Yep.
Perfect. 3, 2, 1, playing it. Soulseem on Mr. A. Walt Disney, Andrew Ryan, pencil stack.
AI puts us in an empty convo without any use for now, so we leave it.
Yeah,
Because
Soulseem
so
going and doing precisely what I think he thinks spies should be doing, which is going and flirting early, and not just idling in a conversation, which is what he low lit for
yeah.
Quicklime, presumably.
I mean,
This
here you can see the same logic
Banana
from
bread.
from sniping transferring into spy, or
exactly.
the other way around.
I think we got 4 lowlights, 5 lowlights off the BB. 6 maybe. And then we assume real. Wow.
Five non-cast low lights.
Yeah. So looks like Quicklime assumed real, which is bold. He low lit 2 of the scarier cast or
It
AI
it
members.
does make sense, however. In such a big map with so many characters out of convos, you wouldn't really be risking a fake, to avoid that many lowlights. Also, so early in the game, there's not that much to distract you from or to induce a civ shot. So it kind of makes sense, even though I
Yeah.
don't fully agree with it.
No, I think it's put Quicklime in a really good position where half the party's already out of being suspect, and he doesn't have a single highlight, which means that anything that Soolseem does, for example, going to statues, is going to be under high inspection.
Yeah, definitely a good position for Quicklime.
Pearl's eating the first highlight here for a fingerprint on briefcase.
Also, General became a neutral.
Yeah, I think Quicklime's going, there aren't any spies here, and needs to, is reevaluating it.
Let's get more suspect.
Precisely. We got ourselves in a nice little line at the bar. If we purloin, it's going to result in at least a few suspects, assuming the actual delegate's not caught. Taking the shortest path in to immediately flirt. Soulseem looking like a spy, but the thing with modern is you can do that. You just gotta kind of sometimes act like the sniper isn't watching, and frankly, they're likely not. There's so many things going on.
Just don't be full on spy. Do some idling in between, which is something that I could tell myself to do as well.
Okay, delegate goes off. We stop talking, run away. It's going to an SDA though, so might not be noticed immediately. Put us at 4 missions, and we have a book in hand. We could even just walk this over to another bookcase. We did not.
Not choosing either type of microfilm. Are we just missing a pad?
360. Let's go.
Doesn't seem it's noticed.
Quicklime doing angry laser. I think he's frustrated at this point. Are we gonna eat the highlight for the late inspect?
Yeah, but the thing is, we've gotta have to do another inspect. Then I think Soulseem is likely to get shot for that.
The reality
Especially
is,
because at this point, it kind of has to be from going from statue to statue.
yeah, it's just he didn't get the highlight, and we're watching General swap instead of Soulseem across the way. We got 10 seconds.
It seems Soolseem is
Yeah.
about to win, and yeah, General gets shot.
Yeah, so he was keeping the safety off and keeping it on General there for the overtime shot, and then takes the overtime shot. It seems like Soulseem, especially like the fingerprints and the purloin, were under the radar despite the lowlights. He never got suspected. And those fingerprints were really good, by the way. I don't think they were briefcase prints, which were getting highlights.
Yeah, and we get both civ shots to start the match.
Yeah. Welcome to Spy Party.
Spy party. Yeah, this is a spy party.
None of that sniper party. I got really worried there, Kenneth. You guys were doing so well at shooting each other that we were just gonna have 12 sniper wins, and then you guys started playing some true spy party.
It kind of helped me. I was like, okay, I need to take sniper shots and then at least one spy game, and I do take that one spy game, and then I lose a sniper one. So
Precisely.
yeah, it was
Let's get started on this. We can chat more about things that aren't this game
Yeah,
in
sorry.
3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, you know what didn't happen in your game? You guys weren't picking Little Man and Morgan Freeman. We got.
Ooh, we start with the timer.
we got our handy dandy cane. I've got our handy dandy time ad. If you guys are new to this game, this character is particularly notable because his cane side bug is very strong. If you do a bug with the cane, it's much harder to see than someone just sticking their arm out entirely because the cane kind of masks it.
Which sounds great. However, due to that, especially in higher divisions, he's under very much suspicion. So that character might get a highlight or just tunneling from the beginning just because it's that character.
Precisely. I'd say he's probably the second most watched meta-wise after,
Smallman being the first.
because he is tiny and sneaky. Innocent Book.
Yes.
If you're gonna time it, I guess Innocent Book is one of the things you can do with that extra time.
Yeah, so it's like this map starts with 4 minutes, so we wasted half a minute, even aside from the time, at half a minute without any mission.
I think, ooh, that bug. We're gonna eat the highlight, but I didn't hate it. The problem is, because we are holding the cane, we're gonna always be suspected for it. And we've also done 2 statues, and this has a fingerprint. If Soolseem's on the ball, Quicklime has to be the number 1 suspect.
Indeed, and also I'm eating my words. I just or telepathy, because I just mentioned that Quicklime is idling, and then hey, 2.5 missions within what 20-30 seconds time span.
Yeah, he didn't swap just to make sure that your feelings weren't hurt. That could have been 3.5 missions in 15 seconds sort of idea. If you really wanted to go out for it. We got another fingerprint.
And another fingerprint.
He's doing the exact same path that Soulseam did, which I find super suspicious. The short path out of bar. He's doing it in
Yeah,
part
I
to
don't like
prevent
that.
seduction targets there. But if you purloin from here, it's like the most noticeable thing in my opinion. I'm
Yeah.
pulling out my hair. I'm feeling for both players here. Quicklime is definitely being watched, but Soulseam is gonna have to. Yeah, I feel like he saw that. Purloin. We'll find out. You can tell that the sniper's watching because they'll drag their laser to the left, just like we're doing now. See the fade, and take a shot.
Yeah, good catch there. I'm pretty sure that it was the bug and then tunneling afterwards
Yeah.
instead of just putting all the missions together. But well done on Soulseem.
Yeah, without the banana bread, it's definitely a good shot. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
the reality is, unless you have a very strong flirt tracking, that could have been the 5th mission if you maybe just missed a flirt or 2. And yeah, good shot. That puts Soul's team up 2-1.
That is right.
And we move on in 3, 2, 1, planet. One of the things that happens when you pick modern as your double map, by the way, is your set immediately becomes a lot longer than it otherwise would have been. These games usually end up going easily over 3 minutes.
I mean, they start at 4, so by default they do.
But
But
unlike say Veranda, people are not gonna end up getting shot for the cheese microfilm or the Randy Purloin at the beginning of the game.
They still might.
Well, yeah, I mean I'm generalization, but
But
Soulseem
likelihood is less, yes.
Running away with the book. I think that's the right decision here. I don't think that cheese had enough going on in the rest of the party. And
It's quite peculiar. It's very reminiscent of what Quicklime did during the very first game. He goes
Mhm.
to bookcase as Irish, as the redhead, goes
Time it,
away to another.
time it, time it. Yeah, 2 time hits. Dead time
Not a
hit.
bad decision there, but
Learn to green punk.
apparently turned out to death.
Yeah,
and
no,
that's how you
Quicklime,
find out that your opponent catches time ads.
Yeah,
Yes.
the reason I love this shot for Quicklime, one, obviously it's a spy. You're keeping the game even, but also your opponent is going to be so wary about time adding in future games that you put yourself in a nice prime position where the spy is now more afraid of you.
Also, Spy might get a little bit tilted, like, oh shit, it's not that I was active overall, but I got shot for one specific thing. That was a little bit in my head when I shot Disney on Modern as well. I mean, yeah, he did it. Should I let him go on? Now, just shoot now and let's move on to get some fear in the opponent.
Yeah, Quicklime agreeing with me in chat, which therefore means I'm 100% right. Yeah, we move on to High Rise 3 of 5. It's gonna be a map where time adding, notably, not as good because it's all facing the window. It's a very bold thing to do. Looking at the missions, it's a very standard layout. We got Purloin, Swap, and Transfer as the crossed out missions, leaving Bug as our one hardtail.
Yeah,
And,
very standard.
if you guys are ready,
I am.
in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I'm starting as the Duke. Redirecting away from the convos where could potentially flirt and starting with a highlight immediately by going to statues. Not the best decision usually. Well,
Do we
no highlight yet.
potentially avoiding the highlight? Ooh,
He also
yeah,
didn't.
no,
We also didn't get an inspect.
okay, so goes about even. We somehow didn't get an inspect, which I'll bug Quicklime in the chat in a moment. But we also didn't get the highlight, so it looks like Mom's been to 2 statues back to back, by the way. Very bold, and the sort of thing that has a high amount of threat, but a low amount of suspicion.
I wouldn't say that's a low amount of suspicion, but depends on the sniper, I guess. Red Hat also went to statues early and didn't get a highlight. Perhaps then Soolseem just didn't think that a spy would do that. A sniper sometimes might think, but
Yeah, so the problem with I mean, same thing with Red Dress right now is the back-to-back statues are incredibly threatening. If someone goes into conversation and does a banana bread, and then all you have to do is catch them flirting, you end up having to shoot them. But back-to-back statues are such a bold thing for the for a spy to do that you are unlikely to see it in SCL. People aren't
at
that
this
crazy.
point, Sniper might realize that General is the double agent because there were that conversation was full for quite a while, and there weren't that many lowlights, but Banana Bread didn't happen.
Yeah, the banana bread happening right now
Banana
would
bread.
make sense. It does. We take the
Okay,
low light,
so
but are we going to take a shot, and particularly on someone like Mom or Red Dress? Red Dress did a bit of a split too. I wouldn't be the biggest fan of her.
Doesn't seem we've done enough for suspicion, and looking at the mission progress, that is true. That is true. Only now getting the second flirt. It is green though, which helps us significantly, but
It
I don't know, a bug.
it's 3 of 5 though. If you go like mid statues and then come back and flirt, this game's over. You're either shot or you
Mm,
won. Um,
but
rejected
even
drink.
though Quicklime didn't get a highlight for first statues, he might still be remembered from there.
Yeah, but I mean, it would need to be mid statues if we're doing inspect right now. It would be the most suspicious thing in the world, but yeah.
And shot comes off on red dress instead.
Yeah,
She did
so
the hat full statues, banana bread happens, and I guess the same flirt.
yeah, it would be the last flirt for her. It's a very standard shot, and eventually she was going to talk. So the shot does come off for presumably flirting with anybody in that conversation.
All right. Well, I wish I had a Telecaster right now because I would be showing off. He did start the inspection, but it was the one that just got picked up. So
Oh, and then
Quicklime just forgot that you have to redo it with the one you're holding.
Right.
yeah, Quicklime saying in chat that he totally lucked out there, but the reality is his BB was really good. He made both Mom and Red Dress high suspects, and if either of them decided to be particularly suspicious, he was going to win that game. The late talk by Red Dress enough. It's not me who's about to get arrested. That's Kledos. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I accidentally went 3 at books. My apologies.
The Wii U's are coming. And we'll move on despite the Wii U police at it. I've now forgotten what game are we on? As second high-rise game, Quickline sniping. Microfilm on, interestingly enough, as our hardtail along with Bug.
Interestingly enough, I see that's number 2 popular choice.
I will grumpily talk about why I hate microfilm in 3, 2, 1, playing it. So microfilm has 2 problems on this map. One is, well, microfilm, it's such a small map that you actually can see the animations and stuff. You're not gonna just forget about it. But also, anybody who visits both bookcases is immediately suspicious, even if you don't catch the actual animations. Just visiting the 2
However,
bookcases is notable.
However, that also means that once an AI goes to a bookshelf, which is very common, Sniper would be looking at that to see for searching for that microfilm animation. And for me as a spy, Sniper has more attention for that than he is for tracking fingerprints.
Fair enough. I would say swap though is if you're gonna do like some sort of laser play where they have to rotate over to the right side to see the statue, and then you take that moment to do a sneaky bug, for example, I would say swap is more likely to be the distraction mission than microfilm. And I don't really love swap on this map if you're gonna also do inspect.
However, swap is something you would probably do microfilm than swap as a spy, because feels a bit lower risk. So there's that.
We're doing progress. We getting our inspect and our highlight. Soolseem not in a brilliant position because he'll go back into conversation. He'll get his flirt on. Presumably, we'll get a banana bread eventually, but we're gonna put ourselves top of the list. And it's hard not to shoot on high rise if you see someone do 2 statues and be in conversation during the banana bread. Rejecting Toby kind of indicates that we want to inspect here sooner or later.
I would actually think it's preferable to go to second statues before banana bread happens.
Yeah, if we do the old-fashioned just like banana bread at the very end of the game sort of idea,
Yeah.
you're doing 2 things. One, it looks like desperate please shoot someone. That's a microfilm, by the way.
Yeah.
We had the angle, but I think we had the angle specifically because we were watching Green Dress for a swap that's never going to happen because it's not in action. The other bookcase visit might be death, though.
I don't think so. Another bookcase and another statue visit
We're holding the
probably
angle
would.
for behind the wall, but we're watching the bug, I think.
We get a green. Also, we get a green microfilm test. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
And I think in this case, statues might be more beneficial than banana bread.
Oh yeah,
Because you see a second
silent game
statue,
is
but you're
strong.
still looking for a banana bread, most likely.
Yeah.
Redhead gets shot anyways.
So the reason we got away with the microfilm is Green Dress here was leaving the bookcase and walking towards the ambassador. So the bug was being watched instead of the microfilm. That same character that was suspicious at that point then tries to go to mid statues, and it's a shot that makes sense. High Rise is a very easy map to have a shot that you can rationalize.
Yeah, and especially with 3 of 5, I think Sniper already feels a little bit at more pressure because, it takes less for a spy to win. It takes less things to do for a spy in order to win with mission completion. So your Sniper usually is a little bit more paranoid about, instead of like, do I need to shoot, going, whom do I shoot?
And we get to play 2 more High Rise. This map is so brutal to be a double map. And it will be
And the
Quicklime
score
back
is
on.
3-3.
Yeah, we
Is
got
it?
different
Oh,
missions.
did I get it wrong? I had it as 4-3.
4-2,
4-2, I mean.
Did I miscount them?
Chat, save us.
Yeah, chat, please help. 'Cause I had it as 3-3.
It was a split, and then didn't Soolseem win both those?
Soolseem just now won because he shot a civilian.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna say I'm
then
gonna
right
trust you. Yeah, you're right. You're
before
right.
High Rise was also
Yeah,
a
yeah,
6
yeah.
shot.
There were
Yeah,
two missed shots.
it's
You're right.
3-3.
I just goofed up. Yep, it was
So
too
High
much.
Rise is...
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got it.
it's
We're good now.
Sniper, Spies, Spies, in that order. So 3-3, and we
4
move
6 shots so far.
on. So Purloin on fingerprint off, which differs from the first time we saw this run, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alright, Swamp is now left on.
We are playing the littlest of men. We take the bug and the highlight.
The left-hand bug would have been way better, but we spawned with a drink.
Yeah, so the drink would have, I think, made us less suspicious if noticed, but the sort of thing that you don't really care about. The guy walked into and through the ambassador. Damon Lole, I don't like that. Damon is very suspicious back there.
Who knows what he could be doing there in the dark?
Yeah, now it's even darker though. Oh goodness, that 51% is going to put us in a spot where we can actually pull this game. It's going to be hard to shoot for if he gets a 2 flirt, for example, and then just BBs. It's going to be hard to shoot, especially if we green the BB too. It's getting to a bit of a balcony situation.
Just a no talker, but it's the back conversation, so probably not noticed.
Yeah, that's the secret of being little man. It's regularly not noticed. He's got a ton of cover just looking at the sniper side.
Ooh, we do have DA in our convo. What's 4-3 low lights? Yeah, wasn't too good of a maybe.
Yeah, the talk's noticed by Soolseem. I think he's more accurately watching the list, but if Quicklime does a BB, he might just die.
I don't think so.
He's
I
not
mean,
he's not holding the angle like he's watching Quicklime intently though. I'm not sure.
I don't think BB gets a shot because we haven't been flirting. We haven't been following anyone. I mean, now, okay, we went next to Duke, but then he went to us, and now we need a close-ish flirt. So we don't have to get close and tight.
Yeah. The decision point here is going to be how we treat the ambassador. He's kind enough to get out of the way, so we aren't doing another bug path. I think that's close enough for
Yeah,
26.
I think that, yeah, that should be, that's like 27-ish. 27:30, I would say.
He greens it anyways, so we don't have to worry. The real question is, are we gonna do that banana bread? Or
Well, obviously not right now, because D is out of convo, and she's with the briefcase. We do have to wait for that. Oh no, Ambassador, why you're not helping us?
Okay, double agent, you gonna do this? Nope, they're gonna run away. We're gonna have to result to mid-statue or purloin if we want to finish. No one else is highlight too. It's the sort of game that I
D
think
has to come back now.
well,
Oh
he can't
gosh.
go to that conversation because the SDA is there.
Yeah.
Not that Quicklime knows that. Yeah, we're requesting that drink. This is gonna get a shot more likely than
Yeah, I
not.
think it's gonna be a purloin,
Ooh.
but
Yeah,
ooh,
the quick
green
reject,
purloin.
the quick reject making Toby doing some sort of exercise here.
And another one reject.
Someone in chat, tell me what the exercise is where you go down on one knee and then come back up. Ooh, that shot.
Lunge.
Yeah, lunge. There we go.
Well, no, that's not on knee. No, it's not down on one knee. It's like you go forwards and bend your one leg. Oh, okay, yeah, you kind of do. But the point is not to touch it. But yeah, green purloin shot nonetheless.
Yeah, good shot.
So well done on Soolseem.
Yeah, no, so Soulseam on the purloin. The quick reject, I think, likely added to suspicion, but you gotta just gotta hope that it's not noticed for whatever reason.
I sort of questioned the decision to not banana bread right at the end here. Irish joins at the 12-second mark. Could have done that. You know.
Yeah, I think
To
he's
stop
likely.
it would have prevented an overtime from happening.
Yeah, that actually would have probably been better. I think we still would have likely been the shot, just
Yep,
given the
KCM
knowledge
gets
that
it.
we have. Yeah, I think given the knowledge that we have, he still likely would have been shot, but from Quicklime spot, probably better. And if you finish 4 missions, you finish 4 missions.
It's alright. This game is hard. Lots of decisions to make in a very short amount of time.
Okay, we're doing microfilm again. But even this time we're taking out contact double agent.
I'm not sure if it's just snap, I forgot to choose my missions properly, or something done on purpose, and that very perplexes and confuses me.
On 305 pub, I've taken off contact double agent and felt confident about it. On high rise, you can usually get
Yeah.
because there's only 2 conversations. You can usually get a really strong BB where almost everybody's in conversation. Unlike
Agreed.
4. Let's get started though in 3, 2, 1, playing it. The problem I have with microfilm, especially in the second game, is are you really going to do microfilm 2 games in a row? Because that would be bold.
Why not?
Okay, 2 highlights for flirting. Seek and Pearls are paired. We're shipping them. And Soulseem getting the highlight for statue. Wheels going to mid statue. That's no, not mid statue. That's side statue.
Yeah.
We got some suspects.
From Kipline's perspective, 30 seconds down and 4 highlights on with just 3 neutrals. That's not optimal.
I love Wheels' spot in that pad, by the way. He went to the very edge of it. That bug missed, but didn't stick either. I think we're even. We have not seen many bugs. You guys didn't bug much in your game either.
I got chalked for one though. And Arturiax got away with bugging one because I was looking at it and didn't see it anyways on balcony.
Oh yeah. Because I recall now. I said you guys haven't been bugging much, and then shortly after he bugged on balcony. Let's see here. We're gonna get a flirt done. We're flirting. 23%. Looking like we're flirting with Duke though.
Yeah, not a good. We do need another green.
Soulseem has not been a fan of Toby. I don't think he's taken a single innocent drink. What a guy. That's an animation break. Ooh, Quicklime.
That's just a weird animation.
Yeah, so he animation broke out of the conversation. Quicklime's laser flipped over to him. And then he did the weird briefcase right under my feet animation.
Yeah, I don't like that briefcase return because I don't think AI would go through a convo pad like that when the path in between is free. And yeah, I'm getting shot for second statues even without BB having happened. I guess bug suspicion there?
No, so I think what happened here, Quicklime saw the animation break, which is why we saw the laser just fly over to Alice before he held the shot. And then Soulseem did not do anything to get away with any more innocent after that because he went straight to another mission after another mission in the fingerprint. Yeah, he also didn't move from the pad with the briefcase. Quicklime all over it, and that puts us at a tie game, 4-4. I see why this
Yeah.
game has been chosen.
Definitely very intriguing, very intense, and very even. And yeah, that just shows credit for both players.
Yeah, no, it's been a quality set so far. We're gonna move on to library, where quality goes out the window for shenanigans. And the game's loading up for me, so I'm the one who has to wait on.
Alright, well, just let me know when you're ready. I am good to go here.
Yep.
Getting some of that Tobo drink, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Tobo drink is code word for water, by the way.
Yes, just in case anyone was suspicious. Starting at the far out statue,
We
we
want to
do
get these
have an
flirt statues?
opportunity to flirt it.
Yeah, we double dip in here. We're
Sweet.
gonna get both the flirt and an inspect. If we can get the one, yeah, we're gonna need the highlight. Ooh, are we not? Okay. Soulseem taking a bold low light. He low lit Oprah for going to bust.
Highlight low light. Yeah.
Despite the fact that Quicklime happened to have done the same thing earlier in the game.
I think Quicklime was too early, so it could have been an AI control, while Oprah it was late enough for it not to be AI control anymore, but early enough for Spy wanting to do things instead.
Yeah, based on the modern games that we saw, Soulseem is taking a lot of not flirting lowlights, a drawn onward sort of style, and I like it. It makes it these 5-8 maps a lot easier to sort through. Eventually, you'll just catch someone doing a hardtail because you have less suspects to watch. 59%, not a percent that we see very often. It's gonna put us where we really want to get the green for the third one.
Yeah, but in this case, it's ST who came to us, so of course we're gonna take any kind of flirt. We're gonna take anything we can get.
We might, if we get this briefcase fingerprint. I'm not even sure there's a print on there though, frankly.
Seems there's not.
Yeah.
That's a weird position to return.
I think he was eyeing the ambassador there. I would have preferred the bookcase fingerprint, which is more certain and less visible. I feel like briefcases are something that just gets you on the radar.
Briefcases are the most trackable out of prints. I would agree with that.
Soulseem is not taking highlights for inspects side statues.
And Quicklime isn't taking much progress. I mean, now we're might finish our flirt.
Come on, green. Nope, no green.
Oh,
93%.
93%.
We got a roll then. That double agent's looking juicy. He's eyeing it. The ambassador's over there too. He could go for bug into BB or vice versa.
Yeah, but still we need to finish flirt and do a fifth mission, and we have only minute 10 left.
The secret to
Might be
finishing
another.
flirt is get out of here. He's like acting like he's gonna timer flirt, which might just be code word for I'm gonna time out.
Yeah, you don't timer flirt for 7%, just overall, unless that's your final thing.
Yeah, but there's not much of a chance. I mean, there's people that have been to mid statues, like arcane character over here is likely high on the list, but without a BB, without the list gone, without statues swapped, it's really hard for a sniper to be convinced that someone's finished 5 missions. This is one thing that we can do. We can purloin. White's not what we want.
But laser is on the other side, so that might not be seen. I don't think he would get shot for it. See, we just get a highlight.
Yeah, but a highlight, 20 seconds left, 3 missions. If we even go to Windows and time add, we might just get shot.
Banana bread.
Oh, we're just trying to frame. I don't think there's much of a...
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, and overall, we've seen quite a lot of safe shots, so framing is a good thing.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Well, it's
without the
gonna be effective, right?
without the list gone, without the BB said, it's much harder
Banana
for
bread.
Soolseem to convince himself that a shot will happen. Quicklime does the very clever thing of giving the sniper what they want,
Bread.
and Soulseam bites.
Although I'm not entirely sure why the shot happened. There's no DA in that conversation. No.
Shh, Cletos, don't tell them
I
that.
mean, there's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you're shooting for the BB, that's a shot that you gotta give it 2 more seconds of thought. I'm with you on that. If you realize that there's no double agent in that conversation,
However, that's the thing. You're like, it's what I usually get. 20 seconds. Oh, BB Purloin just happened. BB happens. Oh, smokes. I have to shoot someone, and then the remaining rational part of your brain kind of goes out the window, and you just shoot because that was your first rational thought without fulfilling it to the end.
yeah, I feel this is a credit to Quicklime more veteran status, where he's realized that this is an option even on a big map like Library, and I appreciate this game. This was a real showcase of Quicklime class on the
Or
spy side.
perhaps he was just trying to generally bait a shot.
Yeah, well, exactly. But some people don't realize that this is even an option, is what I'm saying, or trying to say at least. We got Quicklime on the sniper side, Soulseem on the spy side. Still reading books on Library, keeping it quiet. Anything else you do on Library, I guess. Time ad. And we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Of course, you time it on library because time goes slow there.
Yeah, no,
Um,
in real libraries, it's
s-
precisely that. There's 3 things. You be quiet, you read some books, and you time ad. Those are the 3
and you
things that
spend
libraries do.
you spend a lot of time there.
We pinched a book and we ran
Um,
away with it. That's...
and I like it a lot.
Oh yeah, no, if we learn anything on Modern, Are
Oh, that bug attempt.
we dead?
We
No, we're neutral lit,
no
but
bug doesn't take, and we.
that's
I
not
did
the
see a
right color for
highlight.
that book. Yeah, so he's marked the book. Um, Duke has a big habit of holding things behind his back, but he's marked it yellow, and I'm not sure that's
Banana bread.
where you want to be. It's
I
not a
think
yellow book at
I
all.
think that was the click that's just now ignored.
He's marking every book yellow. Funny man. I've done this before where I just mark every book, whatever happens to be the left click button.
Yeah,
Um,
and perhaps just like I remember that book, but like if it's gray, I don't know where that book came from. And for this one, I know where it came from. Doesn't matter how I marked it. It's just marked means I know. I should know. What have you?
okay. That's not a terrible briefcase, though. I think AI may well have followed there.
Not a
This
great
is
one
not the
either.
way that book goes.
And that's the
Quicklime,
point.
are fairly quick put back. Quicklime's busy though. He's got something he wanted to look at on the other side, and so we get away with it. This is the
I
time ad
believe both
window.
Ambassador and Toby were there.
Okay. I don't love visiting that window. If you're not gonna time ad, it just adds suspicion to you when you shouldn't be adding suspicion to yourself. The conversation would have made more sense to me.
I
We're
mean,
making
if you're
some
not
serious
timing,
progress
what
though.
are you doing at the window? Might be even losing heat.
Oh yeah, I mean everything, uh, everything could be said that way though. But
Obviously,
fair enough
this is
actually.
fight
Yeah,
party.
I've taken that low light before. Soulseem 3.5 missions done. Ambassador going to
Very good.
bookcase 2. Do we want a Perling for our 5th mission? No, we do not. Soulseem might just move out to get closer to the green bookcase, just so nobody can pinch the fingerprint. Ambassador runs away with the book. That's unfortunate.
However, she does leave her briefcase there. However, it's now getting picked up.
We decide this is all silly. Let's go do middle statue. He has the option if he wants to. He could do the inspect and swap. Go away,
I'd say
Twin.
just inspect
Go,
and wait for
Twin,
that
go
last
away.
friend.
Nope, no, we can't even do inspects now. Twin grabbed the statue and we inspected the left statue instead of the right statue. That puts us in a spot. The fingerprint is in the bookcase. I think Soolseem's onto it. That bug was ugly, but I think
Another bucket.
it was behind pole.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't
it
awful.
was after read.
And that's fingerprint. So the inspect doesn't do much, but
I don't think we're
Oh,
getting
no.
shot.
Okay. I saw that laser come over, but yeah,
Yeah, I
Quicklime.
got scared of it.
Right, I'm gonna look at that bug again from the sniper's point of view.
Absolutely, me too. 51.
Oh, that was very visible. I mean, it was in the corner, so it's always, and the sniper laser was moving a bit. It was quite visible. If
It's one
if that's what,
the walk into bug, or what I like to call the mug bug, because you kind of just have to stop the ambassador in their tracks to get the bug to actually stick. Is bad. It's so visible, but nobody expects it because it's so bad. And that's Spy Party for you.
All right, and we are still at a time. Either way, we are still at a tie party.
Point a game now. Any game results in 1 point to the winner, and we're going to El Clasico courtyard.
So I think it was literally switching between players of who wins the game.
Yeah,
I don't think there was more than one point advantage so far.
Oh yeah, no, it's been spies or snipers each time. So if it's gonna be a tie, do you feel like it's gonna be 2 spy wins or 2 sniper wins? Kenneth,
Spies.
good job. It's courtyard.
Yeah,
Spies always win.
courtyard is sniper favored, so of course there will be 2 spy wins.
Precisely. We'll get started
According to how this has been going so far, yeah.
According to my propaganda, because someone gives me a platform to stand on to say courtyard is spy biased, like a fool. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
It's not, but I'll go with it.
Oh, but bugs are so easy. Quicklime, show them how easy bugs are. Okay, show them how easy flirts are. 34%. Good job, Quicklime. Yeah, so I feel like Courtyard was like 59% spy wins, and that was on old art, which was just easier to see things like bug, and Courtyard bug is a huge mission that you end up having to do a lot, and also the Courtyard bump being gone, which I don't want to explain too much because it's miserable, but it was a pathing quirk that people were getting a lot of outlets off.
From my experience and overall opinion, I mean, I think it's sniper bias because spy has to do either a hardtail or a fingerprint, and not that many spies do fingerprint that often. So yeah.
Ah, yes, the spies are bad at the game, therefore it's sniper biased. I like that. Is that a
No,
potential?
snipers get more wins.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And
I'll put it
statistically,
like that.
I'm gonna get
On
proven
court,
wrong, but
significant.
spies have been blasting wins off on a courtyard when it's been casted, which is a good sign for Quicklime, who's also got some good mission progress here. We're halfway through the game, and he's got 1 flirt left to do. The real question, it's always the question on courtyard, what's the hardtail gonna be? It's unlikely to be fingerprint. We're running low on time for that. It's not going to be purloin, at least for the moment, because we just sent Toby away.
Might go back for a swamp.
Soolseem does have a bit of a lazy laser here. If he wants to go over to the far side and swap, that's an option he has. Yeah, here we go. Finally going to double check and make sure those heads are still heads. Okay, flirt done. Just in time too, because our seduction target is running off to go pick up this briefcase. We still need to go to statue. We could just do inspect swap. Or
We have inspect already.
oh,
We could do a
sorry,
swamp.
banana bread.
Yeah, we need banana bread.
I need banana bread. I think I might just go get banana bread for lunch.
I'll bake banana bread tomorrow.
Fantastic. If you could just fax me some banana bread, that'd be fantastic. I'll send you the number.
Will do.
BB bug. It's an option.
Banana bread.
I
And bug.
like that.
And ambassador
Oh,
too
too
slow
late.
on the uptake. Quicklime
But I mean,
gonna need to do a mission. It's gonna be swap.
it needs to be some.
Oh,
I do
it's
agree with
on
not bugging
camera
there
though.
because laser was on there.
He fingerprints the statue, which is not swap. That's not enough time, Quicklime. What are you doing? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking the play here, and Quicklime is not in the wrong here, but it's just because he was gonna get shot for the swap anyways. Is do the fingerprint,
Or for the bug.
green swap, and then during the time, go find a second fingerprint somehow. I don't think there necessarily was one on the map, but if you go find the briefcase and pick it up, you might be able to get the fingerprints done before the swap happens. And
That would have been an amazing play. However, that means that you need to count on yourself getting a green swap. And I'm
yeah,
pretty
well,
sure
no,
we
well, if
all
he
know
white
how
swapped, Soulseem
plausible
was
that.
watching it 100%. There was nothing Soulseem was watching except for that swap at the end of that game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And this will happen a lot when we're casting. The problem here wasn't that he didn't swap her at the end of the game. The problem was that he put himself in a position where he had to swap at the end of the game, and Soulstein does the correct thing of stare it down. So
Very well
Quicklime,
put.
yeah, Quicklime swapped or not, he was going to get shot either way. Well played on Soulsteam's part, and deserves a 6-5. Let's see if Quicklime can bring it back to a tie, or Soulsteam can carry it out to an actual win on one last game of Courtyard. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
To be honest, I'd be a little bit disappointed if it ended up in 7-5 now, because it has been even every time, and I kind of do want that to continue.
I feel like this, if these guys come off as a tie, I don't think either of them can be particularly salty. It's been so even.
Yeah, and just
Soulsteam's been playing a bit slow on the spy side. But I mean, he showed us last spy set that that's not necessarily the case. His library game, he came out punching. Um,
we do have now only 28% of the flirt, but we're aggressively chasing
Sorry?
statues. Not sure if the timer has ran out.
Yeah, I don't think the cooldown's down. I think this is a. Oh, we're gonna get there.
Okay.
We ignored
Stay
the
tuned.
test, so it's white, but 62%. We got the inspects, and it's a cheeky flirt. It's a sort of flirt that I don't think you're necessarily gonna track.
It depends on the player, but it always depends on the player. Overall, yeah, not too bad. We do need a third green then.
Everybody's in conversation. If you want to do the fake banana bread, now's the time.
Banana bread.
It's gonna be
And he
one
does
low
hear
light.
you.
No big assumption. If you wanted to, there was a majority of people actually. Uh-oh. Purloin. We running.
Oh,
Quicklime.
yeah, we're not gonna finish flirt
Yep.
there, but yeah, fine.
Well, we are all very familiar with what happens when you white test on Courtyard.
Yeah, that looked actually similar to what I usually end up saying about your play, Catnip. It looked like the cogs were rolling, going, could this be green? Could this be green? I don't think it could be green. She's been to statues, shot. It took a bit for the shot to come off, but Quicklime doing the correct shot. Tie party.
Yeah, that, what a surprise. Another close game. It's as if we picked these ones on purpose.
Whoops.
I mean, first one you couldn't have known.
Yeah, that first one, that was a good job, Catnip. I know you could have won much quicker, but you wanted to draw it out to make it a real exciting game.
Make
Oh,
me
of
cast balcony.
course.
Yeah, no, you
Of
gave Steph what
course.
she really wanted. She got the cast balcony, and that's all Steph really wants to do in the world is more balcony. We get to move on to gold against
Yeah.
two players that I've